up, YouTube? This is Goblin LS3 here, vlogging on my way home from work. I'm riding in my Lexus today. It's a 99 Gs300. In the near future, I plan on converting it to manual first before I go boosted. I'm still on the fence on if I'm going to go NAT or full GTE 2J swap. A couple people, it's a half-half thing. Some of my friends are telling me just do the NAT because the motor's already in the car and the turbo kit is very inexpensive. And my other friends are telling me do a full 2jzgte because it's already built for the boost. Comes with the turbo already, and it's just plug and play for the car. I mean, it's a whole lot more. It's comparing 1100 to 25 to 2600, depending on if I get the transmission with it. But I want to go. I want to go with the R154 transmission out of the Pontiac Solstice. There's the R154 out of a Supra, but I've heard that the Solstice, they redid the gears in it. If I'm not correct on that, somebody please comment below. I'd rather have my facts straight before I buy the part. But from what I read over the forums, I've been told that the R154 has been revamped in the Solstice and the Pontiac Sky. Or is it the Saturn Sky? Yeah, I think it's the Saturn Sky. So that's what I had planned for the performance side. The visuals, I'm still in the air on the wheels. I don't want to go too showy because I mean, with the manual and the 2J swap, I'm gonna be driving the car hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna baby the car. I'm gonna beat the shit out of the car. Like, not abusively, but anybody that drives their car hard knows what I'm talking about. You don't just drive the car like it's, you don't drive it like it's a piece of glass. You treat it like a rental. You really beat on it. For the visuals, I think I want to do the full Vertex kit from the Japanese spec Lexus, the Aristo, and I want to do the full Blackwood interior and the black leather seats. It just looks so much better, and that's kind of the gist of what I'm doing with the Lexus. The Lexus is I want it to be a short and sweet build. I want it to be a 4-door Supra. Anybody that already has an Aristo and they've done it already, they can really tell you that it's a badass setup. I might go upgrade turbo, but for right now, I just need boost, period. Stock turbo will do just fine for right now because this car has next to no power. And I was thinking about staying all motor, but from what I've seen, it's not really worth doing. How and why I got my Lexus. The backstory is, back when I was in high school, one of my friends, his father runs a body shop. And the thing they do is they go to a junkyard to pick up random cars that they like, put them together, paint them, drive them for a while, and then resell it. So they picked up this yellow Gs300, and it was hit on the front end. Like, it was kind of bad. It wasn't really too bad, but it looked like the visuals, it looked worse than it really was. So they put the car together, painted it. They painted it blue, like it was a nice middle blue, like it was like a cobalt blue. And he drove that around for a while. It was pretty sick. And his boy had a fresh red one. Like his friend was financing one. So you just see two fresh IS300s driving around Mount Vernon High School. And at the time, it was the coolest shit ever because everybody else is driving Hondas if you're driving at all. And at the time I had an Integra. I just got my permit and still learning stick shift at the time. So my mother would let me practice driving my car to school, but she'll kick me out, and I mean, she'll take the car to work. And years go by. I mean, I didn't really know too much about the IS300 or any of the Lexuses like that. I was just liking it because it was a newer car. I didn't really know too much. I just liked the way it looked. And So years have gone by after that, and Fast and the Furious happened. All that. I was into the Toyota Supra. I was into the GTR, and there was, what was the first thing that got me into the 2J? First thing I saw was, there was a guy on YouTube that had a blue. Yes, it was blue. Yeah, it was a blue IS300. The guy had a 2JZ swap in it, and he was it was a video compilation, and I'm gonna put the video in the description so you can see what I'm talking about. The guy had the car was just, it was mean. Like, he had a 2jzgte swapping it. I think it was built. He was making close to 500, or that's what it says in the video, and he was just doing pulls in it, and he had some nice music in the background, and that video caught my eye. I had that video saved on my playlist. I played it a lot. I even downloaded the song, and I played it back to back to back. I showed it to my stepfather. He liked it. He liked the car. He saved that to the playlist. Then we get us to the point where we start looking for videos on YouTube of other IS300s with 2JZ swaps in it, and we found this black IS300 where the guy was showing off his was a built motor making even more power than the blue one was making, and that's what set us off on the IS300. And after that, I was on to the SC300 because I had found out at the time that they both had the same motor. They both shared the same motor, and people were dropping 2JZ swaps in that car too, the GTE. And the SC also came in stick shift. So I was watching videos of that car, found out about the SC400, seeing videos of SC400s with the turbo slapped on that, and then I ended up seeing Toyota Aristos, the older ones. So it was like a 93 Gs300 with a Toyota Supra swap in it, and people were turning it stick. So I'm seeing those for a while, but at the time I wasn't really a fan of how it looked. But it's sick. It's a sick setup. It's a sleeper. So I found out later on that the newer generation, which is the current one that I have, the people will also drop 2JZ swaps in those, and it's not really hard to convert them to stick either. So I was liking that car for a while, and I still couldn't afford the car. It was at the time, after high school, I still wasn't really making a lot of money, and the car was still holding its value. It was like $5,000-$6,000. So years go by, it was like just one of those unicorn cars that you just like but you couldn't have. Everybody has that one car that they like, but they just couldn't. The money just was not coming through for it. And years go by and everything, and like, we had a family friend that my mother bought a Lexus LS 400 from. She bought it from him for $500. The car was looking very, very rough. It was like one of those family projects that we put the car together ourselves. The car was multicolored because we went to a junkyard to get a red fender, a blue hood. We shaved that, we sanded that down till it was bare metal. Saved up the money to paint the car. It came out good. And we ended up selling that. My mother sold it for $3,500, and we bought it for $5,000. So it was not bad at all. My mother fell in love with that car before she sold it. She almost didn't want to sell it. So that family friend that we had bought that Lexus from previously had a brother that had a GS300. So this year in August, my stepfather bought this exact Lexus for himself in August. And he had plans on what he was gonna do to it. I can't even lie to you. I was jealous as hell when I seen the car. And I was at the time, at the time it was August. I had a daughter on the way. I had bought a Yukon, and I still have my Camaro. So my mindset was so not really on a car. Like, it was just family man mode. Like, I was father mode. I wanted a truck. I just wanted to have a vehicle that can carry the family and tow things and do trips. So my mind wasn't really really there, like on me getting a Lexus. It was just, oh, he got a Lexus, I like it, I'm gonna drive it sometime, and it was just gonna stay at that. So my daughter was supposed to be born in October. So my birthday passes. It was kind of a regular day. I turned 30. To me, to me it was a regular day, but you know what I mean. A couple days go by. On the 30th of September, we're getting ready. My girl was about to go ready to go bring the kids to, pick up the kids from school, and her water breaks. So I speed over there to go bring her to the hospital, and all these things are going on at the same time. My daughter's being born that same day, and after we come out the hospital, I find out that my stepfather had bought this car to give to me when my daughter was born, and he had bought another Lexus. So now I have this Lexus Gs300, and he has the Gs400. So it was kind of like a dream come true. I didn't really see it happening in the near future. It was one of those cars I always wanted, and just never thought it would happen. And here we are. This is my Lexus.